say throw Robbie Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give the tackle to Tease Tabor that time.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun, Murray. And Adams has it, complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
3-19. Leopard, Leopard. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Murray buying time to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, Green 39.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Off the play fake. Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Murray. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a tick.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, free safety was there, no gain.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Patriot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Murray. This will be caught at about the 6. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On 3rd down, it's Thornton. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first down. Murray. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Point after try forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Murray. And his throw is incomplete. So not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On 1st and 10, Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on second down. Murray going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Gun, 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 gun.
On 3rd down, Murray eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran. But he's still short of the marker at its 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a 1st down throw. Luck to the right and complete to Galladay. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is going to be Packer football. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. From the 50, it's Luck. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Lock on third down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Lock. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw on 2nd down is Lock. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. To the air again, Lock. Forced out to his left. He's going to go up top for the... And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Murray now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Gun!
From the gun on 3rd down. Murray. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short. Okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Luck. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Luck. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat. Awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Luck. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they'll go on the ground. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. From the gun, here's Luck. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. And he stopped immediately there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the run, Luck gonna throw. His pass caught at the 4. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, he left this one out to the right. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Now, Barney!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play for the Pack on third. 69 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
4 down, check, 4 down. Gun!
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. To throw on 2nd down, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
Luck on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, here we go.
Off play action. Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
After the interception, it's Luck. He'll rifle it, and Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Set! Green 39! Green!
To throw on third down. Murray eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just about on his own goal line. And taken right on the 30. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Lions. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On second down, here's Locke. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dante Moncrief, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. 2nd and 10, Luck again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. Open man is Galladay, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On 1st and 10, Luck. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jake Ryan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Blake Martinez. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do you have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On third down, it's Thornton. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Stage situation. Let's go.
And they'll run it here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they try the right side here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jake Ryan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff working right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Back to throw. And this one's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And now it's third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And now if they convert the extra point, the Lions will have the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gone!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, So special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Detroit, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the one-point victory here in the opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.